Want to know something crazy? The average person has 10 to 15 pounds of poop inside of their colon at any given time. My name is Mashida Shabazz. I've been practicing a high raw fruitarian diet for the last 5 years, and by the end of this video, you're going to learn how to do a detox process safely using just 3 simple tools. And before we dive in, detox has been such an important part of my practice and my spiritual growth. I started back in 2019, and when I just started getting into the waters of detoxification, and I found such transformation in my health, my mental growth, and my spiritual expression. And I highly recommend everyone to start detoxing. Tool number 1 is fasting, and I just want to share an awesome quote of fasting. So, fasting cures diseases, dries up bodily humors, puts demons to flight, gets rid of impure thoughts, makes the mind clearer and the heart purer, the body sanctified, and raised man to the throne of God. And this is by a Greek individual, like Athenius or something. I don't remember his exact name or how to pronounce it, but this is such a powerful quote because when you hear this, it sounds exactly like detoxification, puts demons to flight, gets rid of impure thoughts, right? And so this is what the detox journey is all about, and it all starts with fasting. If you're not fasting, you're losing out on so much. And I remember my own experience of fasting. I've fasted many times on different lengths, 30 days, 10 days, 3 days, all of that. And I remember on one of my 9-day fasts, it was such a transformative experience. By day 5, I lost all sensation of hunger. I didn't want to really drink anything. I was just existing off of the energy, the life force within me and all around me. And I felt so elevated. My consciousness was uplifted. I just felt my mind clear, and just like everything was in perfect order. It was just like, this is what the human condition must feel like. And I felt like I had reached the end of my detox process. And at this time, it was true, because at this point, I was very near to the breatharian process and breatharian state, and that was my goal at the time. So I can just really speak from experience that fasting is the foundation of all detoxification practices. And another reason fasting is so powerful is because it gives your body a break from eating and digestion, which allows it to redirect this energy for detoxification. So if you're always eating and you're trying to detox, your process is going to be so slow and so difficult. But when you cut out eating completely, then your body is able to redirect this energy towards cleansing, towards getting rid of the impurities within you much more efficiently and proactively. So that is why it's so powerful. And I'll just give you guys another example. When I first started fasting as well, and this whole transition, I had asthma, and it was manageable, but I did have severe asthma attacks when I was younger, where I wasn't know if I was going to live the next day or not. I had that bad of a condition, and it was kind of a lingering concern of mine, where it was like, am I going to have to live with this the rest of my life? And I was like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. And the first thing that went away when fasting was, the asthma. The asthma just disappeared in my breath. My lungs just expanded. Everything was blissful. Everything was so much better. And it's just the power of fasting, because we all have things in our bodies, whether it's certain things on our skin or just little small problems we have learned to deal with in our life, right? Well, fasting will get rid of those things for you. Fasting will cleanse you completely of those things. Your body knows these things. It's just like, your body is not able to deal with it because you're continuously eating food and things. And so when we take a moment of not eating, the body is able to target these areas of weakness that we have just learned to live with. And when those are gone, a life transforms completely. And that's what happened to me in my own detox process using fasting. Tool number 2, high raw fruitarian diet. Another awesome quote I want to share with you guys is from Arnold Ehret. If you haven't heard of him, check him out with the mucusless diet healing system. So this is what he says. Only through a mucus-free diet can we expect to eliminate the accumulation of waste and obstructions deposited in the body tissues during a lifetime of wrong eating. So this is huge. This is so huge because most of us have been raised in meat eating environments and raised in environments where our bodies are just loaded with toxins, and not just from the food, even the environment we live in and all of that, right? So we're filled with toxins, a lifetime of toxins, right? And so when we switch to a mucus-free diet, which just means a diet that does not promote toxins in your body and gets rid of toxins in your body. So fruit is one of those things. Certain vegetables, specifically the leafy greens, also help in this process, but fruit is king when it comes to detoxification and being pure, clean, burning fuel for the human vessel, right? And again, a beautiful story. When I first started this transition process and I was starting to eat more raw foods and especially the fruit, and I lost 30 pounds of just waste. And I wasn't overweight or anything, right? It's just that I had so much toxins in me, and excess weight equals waste. Always remember that. And so all the weight that I lost was just purely waste, purely toxins. And I know people have such a big fear about I'm going to become just skin and bones if I'm on a raw diet, and that couldn't be further from the truth, because guess what? After I lost this 20 to 30 pounds, I gained 20 pounds back and I hit like 150 pounds. And now that was my ideal body weight at the time. And it just goes to show you that Mother Nature, who guides your body, wants what's best for your body. And so when you when you work with Mother Nature by feeding her the fruits and by fasting, by living a natural life, she balances your body to a perfect level. So I gained back just as much weight as I needed, eating the same foods that caused me to become just skin and bones, right? So have to understand what's really happening here, and that we need to remove the obstructions, as Arnold Ehret says. We need to allow the healing energy to flow through us. And it's so important because we should be combining these tools, right? So the detoxification, so the fasting, excuse me, and the raw diet work in tandem. And so it's so important that when we do eat in our detox process, we're eating foods that give us high energy while still help us stay in a detoxification mode, right? If we fast for a couple of days and then go out, eat some potatoes and a nice meal, as we like to say, we step out of the detox process. We have to start again. So the fruits allow us to stay in this process of cleansing while keeping us high energy. If you would like personalized assistance in detoxing your body from chronic illnesses or excess weight, click the link in the description to book a consultation call with me. Tool number 3 is heliotherapy, which means using the sunlight for healing. And this is such a powerful tool, one of my favorites. And I know the sun is feared by so many people, but we must learn to embrace the sun, embrace the light. And I had an awesome experience myself when in a fasting state and practicing sunbathing at the time. If you guys have ever fasted before, we know how difficult the first couple of days can be, right? Because we're detoxing and the toxins are in our bloodstream. And so that's why we're feeling detox symptoms of headaches, drowsiness, chills, mental fog, all these different things. And the one thing that I can recommend you guys, if anything, is to get outside in the sunlight. And my own experience, when I was just doing a 5-day fast and I was making it a ritual every day to, grab my things, head over to the pool deck in the community I was living in, and just lay out in the sun for an hour. And I didn't care how hot it was. And I don't recommend this, but I'm extreme in that way. And so I was just laying out in the sun for an hour, hour and a half, and I was doing this every day. And then normally by day 2, I'm like expecting, okay, it's day 2 of the fast. I'm going to feel like I'm dead. I'm going to feel like I don't want to move my body. And I know as day 2 came around, and I was like, whoa, I feel great. What's going on here? And then day 3, I was feeling good. And then sometimes I feel weak on day 3 as well. And I just noticed like, wow, the whole process of feeling tired, I'm not experiencing. And I'm just thinking like, oh, it's the sunlight, because when the detox process is happening and the toxins are being released into the bloodstream and we lay out in the sunlight hits our body and it pierces into the skin and it attacks those toxins directly inside of our bloodstream. So it minimizes the toxins in our body, allowing us to fast more effortlessly. And it's such a powerful thing that I use. And I want you guys to be aware of, to use for your own practice as well. And another example, another way is like sun gazing. Sun gazing is such a powerful tool. If you want to learn more about it, I'd recommend watching the documentary. Was it Eat the Sun, I think? And yeah, just the sun gazing is such a powerful tool. It's when you stare at the sun, and most people probably think you're crazy, but it's actually super beneficial. It's recommended to do it the first hour of sunrise and the last hour of sunset, because that's when the UV rays are under 1 on the UV index. And yeah, it's such a powerful tool because in the same way, our bodies, everything is vibration, right? Everything is frequency, and colors are just different frequencies on this scale. And so when we consume food, when we consume nutrients, it's all frequency. So when you're sun gazing, your eyes are taking in different colors of the rainbow, the light from the sun, and it translates that into nourishment for the body. So when you're fasting, this helps so much in decreasing hunger pangs and in making you feel more satiated and more energetic throughout your fasting process. And so this helps you detoxify the body as well, because a deeper side of the detox is allowing more energy to flow through us. That's what's really the goal here. And when we sun gaze, we detox a lot of the brain region, which is huge, especially if you're interested in tapping into your intuition more and higher realms of consciousness. And yeah, I noticed for myself so much increased clarity when I sun gaze. I'm able to see my spiritual eye much better and feel it more consciously. And I find that it just helps so much in detoxing the pineal gland. And it's so important to awaken this pineal gland, and we should all be making efforts for that. So just to kind of recap for the close of this video, my 3 tools to use for detoxification that I want to give you guys is fasting, high raw fruitarian diet, and heliotherapy. So taking in the sunlight. When you combine all 3 of these, you create a perfect system that sustains your body and cleans you up of all waste and awakens you to higher states of consciousness and unheard of realms of health. And I've experienced it myself, and it's not something, I could try to describe how it feels when there's no toxins in your body, but it's something you have to experience for yourself to truly understand what I mean. If you want personalized assistance detoxing your body from excess weight and chronic health illnesses, then book a free consultation call with me in the link in the description. And on this call, we'll create a customized detox plan for you to start implementing right away to reverse your chronic health illness. Thanks for watching the video. Peace and love to you all, and see you guys next time. Ciao.